Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my lecturer and my classmates. In this meeting, in this opportunity, we are from group 1. We will explain to you about method of teaching English. Okay, there are 4 points in this chapter, and the first and the second will be explained by Mudia Rosa. The third will be explained by me, and the fourth will be explained by Aziza Hidayat Putri.
Okay, I will read the material or our group. 1. The grammar translation method. As the name of some of its leading exponents, such as Johann Seidensticker, Karl Plotz, H.S. Ollendorff, and Johann Meijner, grammar translation was the offspring of German scholarship, the object of which, according to one of its less charitable critics, was to know everything about something rather than the thing itself. 2. The direct method. The swing of the pendulum continued by the end of the 19th century. The direct method, with one more stress as its goal the ability to use rather than to analyze a language, had begun to function as a viable alternative to grammar translation. He advocated exclusive use to the target language in the classroom, having been influenced by an older friend, the German philosopher scientist Alexander von Humboldt, who had espoused the notion that a language cannot be taught, that one can only create conditions for learning to take place. Kelly, 1969.
Okay, everyone, here I will be explained the third point. It is about bilingual methods. The bilingual method of foreign language teaching was developed by C.J. Dodson at 1967 as a counterpart of the audiovisual method. In both methods, the preferred basic texts are dialogues accompanied by a picture strip. The bilingual method, however, advocates two revolutionary principles based on the result of scientifically controlled experiments in primary and secondary schools. The principle of the bilingual method. 1. The understanding of words and sentences in foreign language can be made easier by the use of mother tongue. 2. There is no need to create artificial situation for explaining the meaning of words and sentences of the target language. Third, bilingual method is the combination of the direct method and the grammar translation method. Next, advantages of the bilingual method. 1. Students become functional bilinguals. When the students aim to become fully bilingual in terms of language learning, this method is considered to be the appropriate one. When the students begin with the language learning process, their success in the learning depends upon the competence and confidence of their language teacher. As she moves from L1 to L2, the student imitate her and learn. 2. Never miss out on a lesson. According to this method, acquisition of the mother tongue is very important for language learning process. When the mother tongue is firmly established in the minds of the students by the age of 7 or 8, it becomes easy to learn difficult words and grammar. Thus, this method helps to save time by not creating artificial situations unnecessarily to explain or convey meanings in English. 3. Give importance to other languages. In this method, importance is given to the mother tongue and its culture. Thus, it doesn't lead to substitution of one means of communication for another. 4. Accessibility. This method of language learning ensures accessibility. When students start learning a language using this method, they find a level of familiarity. Through the use of the mother tongue, the teacher ensures that the learning is happening. 5. Discipline. Many new English language teachers face the difficulty to handle the students and make them feel as comfortable as with the local teacher. Learning the local language is considered as the sure way to improve behavior management skill. It also helps in delivering the instructions related to lesson activities. If the concepts are explained in students L1, then the new learners to English language will be able to grasp more knowledge about grammar and vocabulary. Thus, it helps the students to be more efficient and faster. 6. It's the teacher's tool. In the bilingual method, as the native language is used in the classroom, it is important to note that it's predominantly the teacher who makes use of L1. The students will not be using their native tongue much in the classroom. 7. Builds strong foundation for reading right from the start. The bilingual method uses written form of the language which allows students learn the shapes of the words as they repeat the words orally. Next, I will be explained. I will explain these disadvantages of the bilingual method. 1. If the teacher fails to carry out this method properly, then it can degenerate into pure translation method. 2. This method can confuse the learner while contrasting the features of two languages. 3. The teachers must be fluent in both the languages in order to make the concepts clear. 4. Students may develop dependency on their mother tongue. And the last, slows down learning process and takes longer time to learn and be proficient in the target language.
Elective Method. The elective method was born out of the realization that each of the individual methods of language teaching had strengths and weaknesses, and that no one's method was responsive to the dynamic classroom context. Thus, based on the shortcoming of the method, Brown 2002 argued that athletics provided the solution because the approach allowed the teacher to select what's work within their own dynamic context. Chileland, James and Bowman 2994 stated that the justification for the elective methods lie in the weaknesses of the single approach because a single method has a narrow theoretical basis and has a delimited set of activities and is therefore inflexible.
Okay, guys, maybe that's all from our group. If we have some mistakes, we beg your pardon a lot. And the last we say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.